very short one, but here's the idea. Can you go to jail if Adult Protective Services is called on you? APS was called on me when my husband was in the hospital. They said I wasn't taking good care of him. He has a massive frontal lobe stroke, trouble with medication. It is not at all unusual for Adult Protective Services to get involved. I mean, they're supposed to get involved in cases involving vulnerable adults, okay? So if they see that someone is not being well cared for, or if the neighbors don't think that your spouse is being well cared for, frequently they'll drop a dime on you, okay? They'll call APS and say, hey, what's going on? Or the stepkids or whoever. There are many, many ways, and Adult Protective Services tends to be, not always, but tends to be very responsive. It's been my experience anyway with them. They are responsive. So then the question is, well, what if they call you? Then what? What should you do? Whenever you're dealing with people who can, with guns, who can put you behind bars, you got to be careful about it. Okay, there's no two ways about it. And Adult Protective Services, they're very nice, they're very understanding, all the rest. That said, they have seen a lot of neglect, a lot of abuse. And if you're getting involved in that, there's a tendency to see you in the same light. So if you're being accused of, it doesn't hurt. It'll cost you money. It will cost you money to have an attorney deal with APS. But that's what you need to do, because they can put you in jail. All right. And what you don't think is neglect, they might think is neglect. And if you're not very good at expressing yourself, as most people are not, which is why we have lawyers in the first place, you're not very good at expressing yourself, you need someone who is, someone who understands what the law is, what the rules are. Not so much in this area, but repeatedly in practice, you see people who think that what they're insisting on, they insist on something like it'll help them, and it does the exact opposite. Okay, well, you don't want to be that person. Don't be that person. Okay, get yourself some legal advice. Get yourself somebody who can interact with the Adult Protective Services on your behalf. Can you do that? Thank you. And